You've surely heard of the cloud, but you've also surely never seen it. Well, here it is. Okay, not really. This is what the cloud really looks like, and it is in its own way, sort of eerie and otherworldly and really cool. What you're really seeing is one of thousands of down-to-earth data centers scattered across the globe. This particular facility is owned by Equinix, a publicly traded company, and is used by the Motley Fool for most of its data and storage needs.
Well, basically this data center is a giant warehouse that's been divided up for companies to rent out and to have a nice, reliable area for their servers and networking equipment, storage, pretty much anything that they need IT related in order to run their infrastructure.
In fact, the very bits and bytes of the video you're watching now zoomed out of this particular cloud along high-speed fiber optic cables before turning left in Baltimore and eventually making their way onto your screen. Each company's cloud-related equipment is housed in a cage, with one side of the rack sucking in cold air conditioning and the other side blowing hot air back toward the ceiling. This is the Motley Fool's area, complete with routers, web servers, firewalls, load balancers, storage appliances, and other devices most of us normal people have no clue about. As you might guess, security is a top concern at these data centers. That's why they employ futuristic technologies such as hand scans and allow no photography or video except in special circumstances. So, for companies, the cloud is a data center that processes and stores their data in a highly secure manner and with access to the high-speed pipes that send that data around the world. But for you, the user, the cloud means something entirely different. It allows you to access any software, your music, programs, apps, photos, on different devices and keeps them all safely backed up. And finally, the cloud is something entirely different to us investors. It's a goldmine of opportunity. The amount of data crisscrossing the globe is exploding, and so is the number of data centers. Equinix alone operates hundreds of centers in 12 different countries. Aside from the hosting facilities, if you consider all of the hardware, software, and support involved in cloud computing, the amount of money being spent is staggering. Good news for companies that specialize in this area. For instance, there's Rackspace, which provides absolutely everything a company needs in order to offer cloud services. CEO Lanham Napier spoke to us recently at Fool World headquarters and gave this concise overview of the competitive landscape.
So I think generally there's a couple different models that are emerging. And, the nice thing about cloud is it's so big and growing so fast. There are going to be lots of winners. Our strategy is to outserve our competitors. So if you look at Rackspace versus an Amazon, Rackspace versus a Microsoft, or pick your competitor, it's unlikely we are going to outgeek those companies. But we believe we can outserve all of them. Our launching of OpenStack, which we open sourced our cloud, there are now 130 companies in that project. It's started with us and NASA. Now you have Dell and HP and Citrix, and Cisco and others in the mix here. Is about building that ubiquitous standard.
Napier says humanity has an insatiable thirst for computing and storage, and he says the cloud can benefit everyone by putting supercomputer power in all of our hands. For Investor Beat, I'm Rex Moore of the Motley Fool.